segment 6. In this segment, we'll be talking about the principles of women empowerment. There are about 7 of them. You heard me speak to Ms. Nhlanhla Mjoli-Ncube earlier on, and she mentioned some of the principles that are key to you as an individual to learn how to empower yourself and to empower others. In this case, I'll be sharing with you how you take those principles and make sure that they happen in your life, but in particular in the organization that you'll be working in. The first one, you need to make sure that leaders in a company that you work for do embrace gender equality. The company must put goals and targets to ensure that when they are not transformed, that organization can be transformed. And transformation happens at the leadership level. What is the CEO of the company saying about gender equality? So if they're not saying anything and you're working in that organization, go and ask them, what are their goals and targets to ensure that gender equality happens? The second one is human rights, inclusion, and non-discrimination to all. No company or society is supposed to exclude or discriminate against women. So, as a young woman, you need to become a development activist and fight for the inclusion of women in society. If you are a leader in a community and you realize that this community is excluding women in programs in that community, ensure that you can speak up. Go out and tell them that women's rights is human rights. The third one is health, safety, and security for all. In most companies, you realize that safety, security is provided to men only. Men in some of the businesses like mines are given shoes and safety clothes, and women in most cases are forgotten. So I want to say that it is important for organizations to provide for safety, health, and security for women also. Women, when they walk in their high heel shoes in a working environment, the floors need to anchor those shoes. Women, if they are wearing dresses and they have to climb stairs, those have to be covered. Women, when they're wearing their dresses and they're sitting on the table or on a desk, those desks need to be covered. So what is it that we can provide for women? The other thing is sexual harassment in the workplace. The exploitation of women in doing certain jobs to the exclusion of men. We need to make sure that women are given equal opportunity and are provided also with health insurance, because if they fall or if they become pregnant, they need to be able to take maternity leave. The fourth one is education and training for women. Organizations need to make sure that women are also given the opportunity to study, even if it's technical skills. Women don't have to be trained only in soft skills. Women are not the only ones that's supposed to be personal assistants to the bosses or to be tea ladies and cleaners. They need to be given the opportunity to study and be trained to become artisans, to become technicians, and so on. The fifth one is enterprise development, supply chain, and marketing for women businesses. A lot of women have got small businesses, but they don't have the opportunity to enter into the supply chain conditions of employment. And we need to make sure that companies open up their supply chain to women. Marketing is another area. How do we support women and promote them to be able to become entrepreneurs, to be able to receive credit from the lenders, to be able to be encouraged to partner with others to start business. Respect and dignity for women in marketing materials is also very important. No product should expose women to the detriment of their human rights. The sixth one is community development and advocacy. We want women leaders in communities as well. Women must be allowed to raise issues in community, to participate in ensuring that the community life is bettered for all people that live in those communities. The last one is gender equality and reporting. We need to make sure that our policies and organizations are transparent and actions can be taken to ensure that gender equality is practiced in those organizations. So we need to set targets, we need to monitor and evaluate, and we also need to measure and report the outcome of the efforts that we're doing in companies. So in conclusion, I just want to say that gender equality is important for every society to succeed and for business to succeed. We said earlier on, once empowered, always empowered. Now with this knowledge, I want to encourage you, even you young men students, make sure that you can stand and fight for women's rights. Encourage women to study, give them the opportunity to be part and parcel of what you're doing as men. Do not exclude women. Ensure that you can also speak out for women out there. So I hope that in this short session, you have learned something. Take those 7 principles and now apply them into your studies. I want to conclude both segment 5 and segment 6 by giving you an assignment. This assignment entails that go out and look for a woman who has been successfully empowered and who's empowering others. I want you to take these principles and the characteristics of women empowerment and go and interview them and write an assignment. If you're a man, ask yourself a question: how can I as a man empower women and help them to be successful business leaders in society? So we have come to the end of this segment, and I hope that you have learned something. Thank you.